Henry Hickenbottom pondered the inconvenient fact that a dead body was face down in his vegetable garden. He had planned to unearth some potatoes and cut a few sprigs of rosemary for his wife, who was busy filling the family cauldron with stew, when he had noticed the unfortunate soul who had expired in between the endives and the fennel. "Myrtle! Myrtle! Myrtle Hickenbottom, get out here!" he called to his wife. "Someone died in the garden." She poked her voluptuous form out of the window and frowned at the scene. "Are you sure he's dead?" Myrtle asked. She was never the one to make assumptions about anything. The hero of the people, Levantis, could be coming over for dinner, and Myrtle would ask whether he eats mutton. "Of course he's deceased," Henry yelled. "He's face down in the endives. He could be passed out. Too much to drink. I warned you about that tavern. Too much ale and not enough women folk. No one to keep their husbands in line." "There are plenty of women folk." "Are there now?" "So I'm told. They are upstairs in the rooms." "So, you have been making eyes with the tavern wenches?" No. Strictly playing cards with the fellas. I have never been upstairs." "Good, because if I ever caught you—" She brandished a carving knife that glinted in the moonlight and made a chopping motion with the utensil. "Could we just focus on the body at hand?" Henry yelped. "I'm still not convinced he's dead." "What am I supposed to do? It could have been the plague. Can't exactly check if he's breathing if he died of disease. Liable to give it to me. Then I'd be dead in the vegetable garden," Henry ranted. "You can poke him with the rake." "The rake?" "Yeah, just do it. Supper is getting cold," Myrtle commanded, and went back inside, humming the same jaunty tune she always did when she cooked. Henry used to love the melody. Now he saved his vegetable run so he wouldn't have to be in the house while she made the racket. "I suppose so. The rake'll do nicely. It's always something. Henry fix the hole in the roof. Henry dig a new latrine pit. The old one is starting to stink. Of course it's going to stink. It's a latrine. I'd like to see her on dead body removal for once." Henry grumbled and stumbled toward the equipment shed in the dark. He was futzing with the lock when he heard a noise. It sounded like something heavy was being dragged. He turned around, and the corpse stood right behind him. Other than the apparent mobility, the creature was definitely dead. It had straggly black hair, hollow eye sockets, rotted teeth, and maggots wriggling from its cheek. The beast hissed and gave out a rasp. "Well, spit it out," Henry said. "I don't have all night. I need to get Rosemary for the missus. She'll have my head on the spit if I don't get her sprigs." The thing rasped. "Do you want some water? Help clear the thing in your throat?" The creature nodded. "Right, follow me." A few minutes, several potatoes, and some sprigs of rosemary later, the unlikely pair sat at a table in the Hickenbottoms' hovel. Their abode was the one-room constitutes the entire house variety, decorated in the peasant chic style, because they were very much peasants and not chics. Mrs. Hickenbottom placed a tankard of water in front of their guest, then turned back to the stew pot. The undead drank until the thing was empty. The liquid drained from holes in the creature's cheeks, throat, and chest as it gulped, but it still seemed satisfied nonetheless. "No," Hickenbottom said. "What was it you were saying?" The creature belched and said, "Thank you. Cleans out the old pipes. Haven't used them in a while, you see." "That still doesn't explain why you go off dying in my vegetable patch," Henry grumbled. Myrtle walloped her husband and said, "The poor thing probably doesn't know he's dead. It's not every day when someone rises from the grave like that." "Oh, no," the creature responded. "I know I've been dead for a long time now, doing my master's bidding in the afterlife, cursed to roam the land for eternity and all. See? He knew what he was doing. He targeted our vegetable patch. Did the Crankshaws summon you? I'm telling you, they've been jealous since day one. Where'd you get the seeds? Mr. Crankshaw said. What does it matter where? I got them and this is my farm. No. I am here to deliver a message from my master, Leduc."